Mom, I love you.
But they want to know, when are you dropping your OF?
Me? No.
Jack Doherty didn't just fall off. He didn't just lose relevance. Let's call it what it is. Jack Doherty got evicted from reality. We are watching one of the most satisfying karmic nosedives in internet history. This is the guy who built a career on harassment, treated women like ATMs, and scammed his own underage fans with crypto rug pulls. And where is he now? Is he in that $30,000 a month mansion? No. Is he driving that McLaren? Definitely not. He's back at his mom's house, begging for Instagram follows like a desperate burnout influencer, while the law, somehow, still lets him walk free. But here's the twist you need to stick around for. The financial collapse isn't even the worst part. We're going to uncover how he allegedly ran a digital exploitation ring involving his girlfriends, how he drained millions from his fans in 48 hours, and the one question nobody is asking loud enough: why isn't this man behind bars? By the end of this video, you're going to realize that the system is broken, and Jack Doherty is the proof. Let's expose it all. To understand the collapse, you have to understand the rot at the foundation. Rewind to 2017. Jack figured out a YouTube formula that was effective, sure, but it was also pure evil. The playbook was simple: harassment. He wasn't doing pranks. Pranks are funny. Pranks end with a handshake. Jack was practicing psychological warfare on minimum wage workers and unsuspecting strangers. He pushed people until they snapped, filmed their distress, and monetized their anger. And let's be real, the algorithm rewarded this toxicity. By 2019, he was pulling in 6 figures a month. But this money didn't mature him. It rotted his brain. It taught a teenage Jack Doherty a dangerous lesson. If you hurt people, you get paid. He started renting mansions he couldn't afford and leasing supercars to fake a billionaire lifestyle. It was all smoke and mirrors. But when the harassment prank era died, and the algorithm stopped pushing his bullying content, the cash flow dried up. Most creators would pivot. Most would try to make good content. Jack, he decided to pivot to something much darker. He stopped harassing strangers and started exploiting the people closest to him. This is where the story goes from annoying YouTuber to predatory behavior. When the ad revenue tanked, Jack launched a so-called talent management group. Sounds professional, right? Wrong. Behind the scenes, this was allegedly a sweatshop for content. He targeted young women, barely legal, 18 to 20 years old, who had followers but no business experience. He pitched them the dream: easy money through OnlyFans. But the contracts? They were shackled. Reports claim Jack was taking anywhere from 50% to 70% of their earnings. Let that sink in. He wasn't just a boyfriend, he was taking the lion's share of the money their bodies earned. McKinley Richardson, who dated Jack for 2 years, blew the lid off this. She exposed a system of manipulation that is honestly terrifying. She claimed Jack pressured her into making content that violated her values, threatening to send her back home if she didn't comply.
So you and McKinley just broke up recently. Is that real, or
Yeah.
you down about it? You gotta be, because y'all spent a lot of time together.
Yeah, man, it f***ing sucked. You know, it's like we spent every day together for 2 years straight. It's hard to go from like being with someone every day to like zero. You know, it's just like it's a big shift.
What was the main root cause of that from your perspective?
I don't even want to like talk about it. You know, I feel like it's just like, I don't know. I don't want to sit on a podcast and just yap about it from my perspective, even though I don't know. It's already so much is so out there and it's so twisted and stupid already. It's just like, I don't even care to like touch up on it anymore. I'll just leave it in the past, move on, and just like I don't know.
But I mean, I guess a lot of people probably wonder, like, are you hurt from a business perspective, or are you hurt like emotionally? Like that was something you actually
way
loved?
More emotionally than I am business wise. You know, it's like money comes and goes. Like I can make that money back like in like quick, you know, but it's just like it's more of like the time we spent together is like something I can't replace with like anyone else, you know?
Yeah.
It's like she was the only person I really saw like everything I've done the past 2 years. And I don't know, it's like been the craziest past 2 years of my life. So it's just like
But McKinley's allegation against Jack Doherty was horrifying, so it's really hard to believe that Jack Doherty is saying he is hurt from an emotional perspective, not a financial one, when we know all Jack Doherty cares about is money, and McKinley was his main moneymaker.
Jack would be in different moods every day, and his mood absolutely, you know, my mood depended on his mood. If Jack was in a good mood, I would be in a good mood. If he was in a bad mood, he would make everyone around him in a bad mood. That's just how he operated. Even with employees, everything.
He pitted these women against each other. If they didn't hit monthly revenue targets, he'd threaten to terminate their contracts. It was a pressure cooker, designed to keep Jack rich while everyone else did the work. Jack even bragged about it. He went live and flexed that he was making $500,000 a month off McKinley. He said, "I made her my business." Ask yourself this right now in the comments. Does that sound like a relationship to you? Or does that sound like pimping with a Wi-Fi connection? Let me know, because the line here is incredibly thin. But McKinley got the last laugh. She secured her accounts, changed changed the passwords, and walked away with the operation. Overnight, Jack's $500,000 monthly allowance vanished, and that is when the desperation truly set in. So the girlfriend revenue is gone. The YouTube checks are shrinking to $15,000 a month. The mansion rent is due. The Rolls-Royce payment is due. What does a morally bankrupt influencer do? He robs his fans. Jack pivoted to crypto. He launched a meme coin on Solana and targeted his audience, which, let's remember, is mostly impressionable teenagers. He promised huge returns. He screamed about holding to the moon. He created a casino environment in his Discord where kids were gambling their savings because Jack said it was a sure thing. And then, the rug pull. Blockchain analysts revealed that Jack and his inner circle allegedly dumped 87% of their holdings in a 48-hour window. The price crashed by 96%. While Jack walked away with a reported $1.2 million in profit, his fans lost an estimated $2.8 million. He transferred wealth from his loyal followers directly into his own pocket to pay for his leased lifestyle. In the financial world, if a suit and tie banker did this, the SEC would be knocking down their door. But because it's an influencer with a meme coin, he's still walking free. How does that make you feel? That he can steal millions from his own fans and just move on to the next scam? But the universe has a way of balancing the scales. On October 15th, 2024, Jack's arrogance finally hit a wall. Literally. Driving a McLaren in a heavy Miami downpour, looking at his phone, streaming on Kick. He was doing nearly 80 miles per hour in the rain. He hydroplaned and smashed into a barrier. The car was destroyed. But watch the footage closely. This is the moment that proves Jack Doherty is beyond redemption. His cameraman is bleeding from the head. The car is smoking. And what is Jack doing? Is he checking pulses? Is he calling 911? No, he is filming. He is asking his viewers to smash the like button. He is reading chat logs while his friend is groaning in pain next to him. This wasn't shock. This was instinct. His instinct is content over human life. Kick finally banned him, wiping out his $70,000 monthly contract. Sponsors, energy drinks, mobile games, dropped him instantly. He lost nearly $1.8 million in deals overnight, and the cherry on top? State Farm denied his insurance claim. They cited reckless endangerment while commercializing content. That means Jack is on the hook for the $300,000 car, the medical bills, and the legal fees. Jack is now financially ruined. He's back at his mom's house. His supercars are getting repossessed. But I have to ask a question that makes my blood boil, and it should make you angry too. Why isn't Jack Doherty in jail? He filmed himself driving recklessly and endangering lives. Evidence that is literally online forever. He allegedly orchestrated a pump and dump crypto scheme that stole millions. He has a documented history of harassment. If you or I did one of these things, we'd be in handcuffs. But because he has a blue check mark, he gets a ban from a streaming platform? That's not punishment. That's a slap on the wrist. By letting him walk free, law enforcement is sending a message to every other aspiring influencer. You can scam, you can endanger lives, and you can exploit women. As long as you're famous, you won't do time. We need to stop treating these people like creators and start treating them like the criminals they are acting like. I want you to sound off in the comments. Do you think the legal system is failing us by letting influencers like Jack get away with this? Type yes if you think he belongs in jail. Jack Doherty's empire was built on quicksand. It was funded by harassment, sustained by exploitation, and destroyed by his own ego. He proves that you can buy the views, you can rent the Lambo, and you can fake the lifestyle, but you cannot buy character. And when the money runs out, character is all you have left. Jack Doherty has none. He's not a victim of cancel culture. He's a victim of the consequences he ran from for 7 years. If you enjoyed seeing this house of cards finally collapse, do me a favor. Smash that like button, not because Jack asked you to, but to make sure this video spreads so everyone knows the truth. Subscribe if you want more deep dives into the fake lives of these influencers. And remember, the internet never forgets.